think about it, look at it, observe more deeply, more carefully, be deliberate, be patient. There is nothing to rush around about here. Look at the tank, take your time.
Well, hello. Come right on in. You're at Father Fish.
There is a secret to keeping fish. I know the secret, and some of the people who have been following me for a while now know the secret. There are, to be sure, a few others in the fish fam who know the secret, but it frankly astounds me how many people do not know the secret, the true and real secret of fish keeping. I'm going to tell you what it is. Boy, you just got that brand new tank and you're so excited and you want to set it up. You want to get it going and get everything happening in it. You've done one or two tanks before, so you think you know what to do. So you start putting it together and, oh darn, you missed this. Gee, why did I not think of that? And then you run to the store and you buy some fish and, oh, you better get some chemicals and some food and whatever else. So you do all that and you bring it back and you start trying to put things together. And somehow it's just not working out right. What's wrong? You know, it really is very simple. The first thing to do when you're going to set up a fish tank is to sit down and daydream about it. Dream about what it's going to look like. Dream about where you're going to put it. But most importantly, daydream about each and every single step that you will take in putting it together. You see, building a tank is like anything else. If you don't know what to do, then you really should not try to do it until you figure out what to do. And too many people think, oh, well, I remember watching a video once and they said do this and do that, so you do that. It just all falls apart. The fish don't live, the plants don't thrive, the tank leaks, you got water on the floor, it's a stinky mess, and you don't know what you did wrong. Well, I'll tell you what you did wrong. Everything. In fact, you did not do anything right, because the first thing you need to do is stop and think. And think through every single step. You may need to write it down. I have a little checklist that's available online to anyone who wants to create a deep substrate. It's at our Fatherfish Shoal Discord server. You need to read the step and then understand what that step is, so you're confident about doing that. And then you go on to number 2 and you read that and you, oh yeah, and you sit there and you think about it. You must never be in a rush to set up your fish tank. Take your time. Be patient. And every single thing you do with the absolute confidence of knowing that you have thought it through, you have planned it carefully, and you know exactly what to do. Now, that may mean calling up a friend, might mean calling up Father Fish. If you're kind of stuck on a given point, don't quite know how to do it, talk through it. Come to an understanding about it so that you have certain knowledge. You see, that's the key. The key is to know what you are doing. And you know what you're doing when what you are doing is based on knowledge. And what is knowledge? Knowledge is understanding precisely why you do what you do. Don't just, oh, I got to do step one, then step two. Understand why you do step one. Understand why you do step two. Don't just guess at it. Don't just think, oh, well, they said to do this, so I'm going to do this. No, no, no. Don't ever do that. Take step one and step two because you know it's the right thing to do, because you understand the reason for doing it. You've got it locked into your brain. You got it nailed down. You know precisely why we do what we do and why you do what you do. Now, it may be that as you're thinking through and working through this, that you come to a different conclusion about some things. And that is just fine. Perfect. That means you're basing what you're doing on your understanding. And that's really the key. The key is to understand, to know, to have certain knowledge based on the how. Based on comprehending the how and the why. If you know how to do a thing and you know why to do that thing, then you can be confident about doing it. But don't just jump off the ladder like jumping off a cliff and say, okay, Father Fish says take this and mix it with that glump glump. Well, you've already messed up because that's not what Father Fish said. He didn't say that. You have to understand why he said that and why you do that. So I guess you've got the message down. The secret is in the knowing. It's in the knowing. It's in the knowledge of what to do, of why to do it, of what to expect, and of how that helps you to achieve the result you're after. So there's the secret. It's simple, but it's not simple to do because it means you have to control your excitement. And it means you have to get rid of your anxiety. If you have anxiety about it, if you're a little stressed, that's a signal. That means you don't know what you're doing. So don't do anything until you are absolutely certain. Then move forward in confidence and in the knowledge that what you're doing is the right thing to do. There are way too many people out there who really don't think. They just read it off a list and do it. They're not thinking about it. This is a thinking man's hobby. You have to think about keeping fish. You have to look at what that fish is doing and think about why it's doing that. Don't just leap to a conclusion. Somebody said, oh, if it's scratching, it must be it. Well, maybe, and maybe not. Think about it. Look at it. Observe more deeply, more carefully. Be deliberate. Be patient. There is nothing to rush around about here. Take your time. Sit down, fold your hands, look at the tank, spend about 5 minutes just looking at it, and then begin to think about what you want to do and how you're going to do it. Well, if you would like more help with this process, that's what we're doing over at the Father Fish Shoal. We're helping people to think through what they're doing. So come on over and join us. There's no judgment. There's certainly no condemnation. So long as you're willing to set up a deep substrate system and fall in love with it, then we're on your side and you're on ours. So come join us. Be part of this wonderful adventure and learning, really learning how to set up a beautiful, magnificent, wonderful aquarium that will thrive. Oh, yes, one more thing that's very, very important. If you have subscribed before and have not rung the bell, do so. That will guarantee you will get the videos that we produce sent to you. If you don't ring the bell, you're not going to get them. The algorithm doesn't care if you're a subscriber that has not rung the bell. They only care if you have rung the bell. And while you're at it, please share this with someone else. Post it on your Facebook link or some other social platform you're on. Give some other folks who would never have a chance to meet Father Fish the chance to meet him and get to know what fish keeping with love is really all about. Well, great to be with you. Love you all. Bye for now.